Have you ever wondered what the real cost of using that shiny new AI API is for your startup? It's not just the dollars and cents you see on the invoice. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden economic traps of usage-based pricing for AI and how it can create a dangerous dependency that might put your entire business at risk. Stick around, because what you learn today could save your startup from a future crisis. Let's start with the basics. Usage-based pricing seems great at first, right? You only pay for what you use. It keeps initial costs low, which is perfect for a lean startup. You integrate a powerful AI API, maybe for image generation or language processing, and suddenly your product has superpowers. Customers are happy, you're growing, everything seems fantastic. But here's where the problem begins to creep in. Your entire product's core functionality, its very soul, is now tied to a third-party service you don't control. This is what we call API dependency. As your user base grows, so does your API usage. Those small, manageable bills start to swell. Suddenly, a significant chunk of your revenue isn't going into hiring new talent or marketing. It's going straight to your API provider. Your cost of goods sold skyrocket, directly eating into your profit margins. This creates a precarious situation. Your business's financial health is no longer just dependent on your sales, but also on the pricing whims of another company. What happens if that API provider decides to hike their prices by 20% overnight? Or what if they change their terms of service in a way that hurts your business model? You're stuck. Migrating to a different provider is a massive undertaking. It involves significant engineering effort, potential product downtime, and retraining your systems. For a small startup, this pivot can be financially and operationally devastating. You've essentially handed over a huge amount of control to an external company, making them a central point of failure for your own. This centralization of power is a major trend we're seeing. A few large infrastructure providers control the most powerful AI models. By building your product on their rails, you're not just a customer, you're contributing to their dominance. Your success becomes their success, but the risk remains disproportionately on your shoulders. It affects your competitive positioning too. If all your competitors are using the same underlying API, how do you differentiate? Your unique value proposition can become diluted, turning the market into a race to the bottom on pricing, where the only real winner is the API provider. This dependency also stifles innovation. You might have a brilliant idea for a new feature, but you hesitate. Why? Because you have to calculate the potential API cost. Will this feature be profitable, or will it just send more of your revenue to the provider? Your product roadmap becomes dictated not by customer needs or creative vision, but by the constraints of your API's pricing structure. This is a strategic straitjacket that can severely limit your long-term growth and agility. So, what's the solution? Am I saying you should never use AI APIs? Absolutely not. They are incredible tools for innovation. The key is to be strategic and build resilience from day one. First, diversification is crucial. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Explore using multiple smaller open-source models alongside a primary API. This gives you a backup plan and reduces your reliance on a single provider. It might require more upfront work, but the long-term flexibility is invaluable. Second, financial planning is paramount. Model your costs aggressively. What happens if your API bill doubles or triples? Does your business model still work? You need to have clear financial triggers that tell you when the cost of dependency is becoming too high and it's time to invest in your own infrastructure or alternative solutions. This could mean building a smaller, specialized in-house model to handle common tasks, while reserving the expensive API for more complex queries. Ultimately, the goal is to maintain control over your own destiny. AI APIs are a powerful lever for growth, but they can also become an anchor that sinks your ship. By understanding the economic dependency they create and actively working to mitigate it through diversification and smart financial planning, you can harness their power without sacrificing your company's viability and independence. It's about building a business that's not just innovative, but also resilient. The structure decides the outcome. See you on the next layer.